Hi, my name is Duwe Farris, and I'm going to take you on a journey through history. We are going to travel to a time period that changed the course of history in America. We are going to discover some of the key technological components that powered the Industrial Revolution. We will learn about key inventions such as the telephone and the light bulb, which changed the world forever, and about the brilliant minds who created them. We will learn about the advances in the use of natural resources that formed the backbone of the revolution. I am Duwe Farris, and this is Technology of the Industrial Revolution.
Natural resources played a huge role in the shift from agrarian to industrialized America. Before this change, steel had been very expensive to produce, making it impractical to use. However, Henry Bessemer invented a process that allowed for steel to be inexpensively extracted from ores. His process would blow air through molten pig iron to remove all impurities. This allowed for super high quality steel, which was previously impossible to make. This drastically lowered the price of steel and allowed it for use on railroads, bridges, buildings, and in many other places. Coal was also a powerful natural resource during this time because it replaced wood as the main fuel source for steam engines and other machinery in various industries. It burned longer than wood charcoal, so it was much more efficient of a fuel source. Next, we travel to the first oil boom in the United States, which eventually led to the creation of the multi-billion-dollar industry that we know today. Oil was transformed into kerosene into gasoline. The increase in industry in America demanded a fuel source, and oil and coal helped satisfy that demand. For this episode, our quote of the week is, "I was never myself discouraged or inclined to be hopeless of success. I cannot say the same for all of my associates. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration," said none other than the great Thomas Edison himself. Edison holds the record for 1,093 patents for his inventions. He is most well known for his work on creating the first widely available incandescent light bulb. Edison created a vacuum inside of the bulb and ran a lower voltage through a specific filament, and the result was a light bulb that could run for many hours. This allowed for cheap distribution of the light bulbs. He was also known for two other inventions, the phonograph and the strip kinetograph. The phonograph was the first device that could play recorded sound back. The strip kinetograph was the first camera that could capture motion pictures or videos. Edison's groundbreaking inventions changed the course of the world forever. Now that we have covered natural resources and the light that shed way to innovation, we move to another great theme of the Industrial Revolution, connecting people. The first category of this deals with physically transporting people and goods. The Transcontinental Railroad had huge effects by creating quick transportation of goods from the west to the east and back. Since goods could be transported from major markets faster than ever, it allowed for farmland to be expanded out west. Towns along the railroad, such as Omaha and Salt Lake City, were able to grow very rapidly.
Hi, I'm Madison Spencer, and I'm standing at the first Transcontinental Railroad. This railroad behind me revolutionized America. Starting with the economy, it made goods and services travel way easier, way more flexible, and on a set time schedule rather than having to rely on weather, in which bringing on the Transcontinental Railroad brought in a set time schedule because it was not held back from icy rivers such as steamboats, any type of weather outside. Just like the internet today, Americans were easily able to spread beliefs, opinions, ideas, thoughts, everything with each other way faster and way easier now.
Henry Ford played a huge role in creating an affordable car that everyone could have. While he was not the first to create the automobile, at times they were very expensive and produced in small quantities. However, Henry Ford had a different vision. He took a new approach to car production by using interchangeable parts, the first production line used for automobiles, and an extremely large production plant in order to match the demand for these cars. His Ford Model T was an extremely popular car in America and at times accounted for 40% of all cars sold in the USA. Two visionaries in North Carolina had other means for travel, the air. In 1909, Wilbur and Orville Wright completed the first powered, controlled, and sustained aircraft flight. Their plane could turn on all 3 axes and could take off and land. This set the stage for the future of air travel and changed the world. Now we move to a different form of connecting people, instant communication. Samuel F.B. Morse was the first in this category when he created the telegraph in 1837. This allowed instant communication across cities, states, and even the country. It worked when an operator pushed a key that would send an electric signal across a wire to a receiver at the other end. The electric signals showed up as dots and dashes that could be translated to letters and numbers via Morse code, a language created by Morse. The telegraph was crucial for government and industrial communications, but not really for the common man. Alexander Graham Bell's creation of the telephone was what came to the rescue. While trying to create a device that allowed the deaf to hear by transmitting sound by electricity, he created a device that we know as the telephone that changed the world forever. The telephone was better suited for the common man because they did not have to learn a new language in Morse code.